ML Sports Take brought to you by Welch & Company Jewelers, Jam and Beats, and our good friends at Mars Motors, Route 11 in Cicero. Every make and model you could possibly think of, under 10 grand. Go get your new used vehicle at Mars Motors today, Route 11 in Cicero. You know, the game tonight at Rickwood Field with the Giants and the Cardinals, the statistics now becoming part of professional baseball across the board, Negro Leagues and Major League Baseball, the recent celebrations, the constant celebrations the last 15, 20, 30 years where it's really gained a lot of traction, the Negro Leagues Museum getting their funding with Bob Kendrick and company. All these things are amazing. But why did it take this long? Seriously. I mean, Josh Gibson, Cool Papa Bell, Satchel Paige, man, John Lloyd. I mean, I just don't. Buck Leonard, all these and there's millions more. But why did it take this long? Why did the celebration and the appreciation take this long? How about the East-West game in Cooperstown over Memorial Day weekend? That was absolutely insane, and you can check out Table Hopping for full coverage on that in July, as I had a little Q&A with my guy Scott Petoniak, who went down. Unfortunately, I didn't go down. I've covered so many events down there and was really upset that I couldn't make it down. But you know, from Mays to Aaron to all these guys, but the Negro Leaguers who paved the way before them even. And look, Buck O'Neil should have gotten into the Hall of Fame. He dies, and then he gets in. Like, I mean, you can't fix that stuff. You can't fix history. You can't fix neglecting these unreal players. I mean, you could argue Josh Gibson's the greatest catcher of all time. He never saw... he never even sniffed the major leagues because of segregation. And it took so long. Really, it took so long for this celebration and for all these things and for people to understand how unbelievable these ball players were and how crazy great the Negro Leagues were and how they sold out Yankee Stadium and the Polo Grounds and Ebbets Field and all these different places. And they had these barnstorming tours with the major leaguers, and people would say, there's Oscar Charleston, he's as good as Joe DiMaggio. There's Josh Gibson, he's better than fill in the blank catcher, Mickey Cochran at the time, or whoever it was, or later on a Yogi Berra, Roy Campanella, or a Johnny Bench. I mean, this stuff, it's so sickening that it took this long to celebrate the Negro Leagues. It's just absolutely unbelievable. But this Rickwood Field tonight, it's going to be pretty awesome for a continued celebration of the Negro Leagues. And I love when they do this stuff. I love when the big leaguers play in Williamsport or in Cooperstown or here in Rickwood Field. I just love it. I think, you know, and again, we haven't seen a game at Doubleday Field in Cooperstown. I can tell you right now, it'd probably be 22-20 as far as the score goes, but you know, that might be the next stop to look for a major league game. But as far as the Negro League stuff goes, I mean, this is as good as it gets tonight at Rickwood Field. Mike Lindsley here. It's an ML Sports Take brought to you by our great friends over at Stumble & Monkey Brewing Company, Liverpool Physical Therapy and RV Source of Central New York. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.